So our next project we're going to start is laying here on the golf cart. We're actually going to work on our prototype Eggmobile, and that would be over here. We got it sitting here in the shade. This is a nice spot to work. This is the size wagon we're going to use, and we got to go grab a little lumber out of the shed and some tools, and we're going to see what we can do with it. So I guess we'll take our golf cart and go get some lumber. Should we do that? I guess I'll ride with you.
Wait, Dad, do you have the key?
Oh. We need the key.
Yeah.
It needs a key, does it? Okay. Could somebody go get the key?
Where is it? It's hanging up. Top rack.
Here is our shed. Under this mess, we have lumber because we wanted to keep it out of the weather. So I guess we'll need to work on unpacking some of it. What we got here is a bunch of 1x2s. They are pressure treated. Is it 12 of them?
Yes.
12 of them. And this, my wife picked up just last week. And then down here, we got a bunch of smaller screws. We have a ton of decking screws that are like 2.5 inches long, and the ones I got here are much shorter. They're probably 1.5 inches, and they will work a lot nicer with these 1x2s. Now the 1x2s could potentially be a little too flimsy. We don't know, but that's why we do this. We experiment with it, trial and error. We'll see if it works and holds the weight and holds up to the weather. It'll be what it is. So we almost forgot the saw. We need to take that with us too. I got this old guy here, still in decent condition. You can see it hasn't been used in a long time, but instead of us using electric to cut these simple 1x2s, I think a hand saw will work for us. And if we get lazy, we'll grab the saw, right? The electric saw. Okay. All right, sweetie. Let's go to the front. All right, here we are. So we've already made pretty good progress on the frame for this. We're making the base. We made the top part a little bit too big. That's okay. And after this, we'll cut the right size for the uprights. And then we'll start putting it all together. Through a knot. There we go. Thanks, Charity.
Hit a knot.
Okay, so I guess now we have to screw them together. Let me just show you what we do have.
Yeah.
This will be the top frame. We could make it fit. We could make it fit into the bottom of the wagon. Even though it's just a little bit too big, it'll fit, but it's really tight. So we're making a bottom frame that will fit a little bit nicer. And what we'll do is we'll have this sitting roughly 3 feet up, like that. That's how it'll work. Like so. Now I haven't been drilling starter holes for these. We had only really one bad split so far. Hopefully we don't get another one. That's not too bad. Do the next one, like so. And we have the electric screw gun. It's still charging, so I'm using a drill and just finessing it a little bit. Okay, that's pretty good. Good.
Looks a little tight.
It's a little tight. Okay, so I guess what we want to do here then is put our 3-foot upright in, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's a little bit later in the day. We're going to be going to Tractor Supply soon, and this is how things are looking on our Eggmobile so far. The 1x2s appear to have plenty of strength, and well, forward to back they have plenty of strength, I'll put it that way. And then from side to side, because we're using the shorter length, there's not as much strength, but we put a cross piece in here, and so this diagonal piece really helped to shore things up. We're going to do the same thing in the back, but it'll go from the opposite corners, and then we just need to put the tin roof on it, which will cant it just a little bit more to one side than the other, and we may actually make its own frame. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to do that or not, but we may. And then I have a separate insert I'll make for their perches, because there's going to be perches in here for the chickens to roost on at night, or whenever they feel like it, but mostly at night. So we're going to get ourselves freshened up just a little bit, and then get in the van and take the trailer over and grab the other 8 wagons like this, and then we'll start to assemble them. And we should have, I think, what is it, 4 or 5 more of these that we have to make. That'll house all the hens we need, and then we'll be purposing the other couple for food, shade, and also probably to have some kind of water available, right? Did I get that right? I think I got that right. I got the GoPro 8, and after some time the screen in the back goes black if you don't touch it, which makes it kind of hard to see what you're looking at. So you just have to touch it and then it works again. It is a beautiful evening this evening. It's probably in the low 80s right now, and I think we may grab something to eat over in LaBelle when we go to Tractor Supply. So anyway, enough for now. So we're continuing our Eggmobile project here, and we decided to put a side door on, a large side door for accessibility. We put this piece across because we'll be putting wire across the bottom and then putting the sides back on the wagon. But this will go in place here because we're using 1x2s. We added a little extra support, and we're going to put hinges probably here, probably there. I don't know, maybe a third one in the center, but that'll look nice then and should be pretty functional. And I got to do some tin snipping over here. This shorter piece fits good. I got to make another piece that long. So we got the tin snips. We're going to do that. And just so you're aware, we salvaged this from a a trailer that burned right down the street. So I was helping to clean that up some, and the guy said, yeah, you know, if, whatever you find there you want to use, go ahead. So it's not in the best shape, but it'll probably last us quite a bit. So we'll put that up on the top here. I decided against putting a little bit of a pitch on one side. I don't think the rainwater pushing down on something this size is going to be a terrible thing. But if I'm wrong, then I need to accept responsibility for it, I guess. So we'll put it on there, and then we'll see what this looks like. I'm kind of hoping that by the before the sun goes down, which, speaking of which, I forgot about this. Today's first day of daylight savings time for 2021, so we're pretty happy about that. We'll have extra daylight. What do you think about that, dear?
Good.
Good? Okay.
Nice.
So I guess I'll get back to it. Here's some more progress. We started putting the, what do you call this, hon, specifically? It's not
Half-inch
chicken.
hardware cloth.
Half-inch hardware cloth. And we used U-nails. We probably could have used large staples and we would have been fine.
Might do that next.
But yeah, who knows? Trial and error, folks. We got to put a piece of this, what'd you call it again?
Half-inch hardware cloth.
Half-inch hardware cloth. From here over to here, and then we got to put some of it on this frame that we have for the side door. You doing good there, Hope?
Good.
You gonna make it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I need water.
You need some water. That actually sounds like a great idea. So as the sun has now set, we will turn our attention back to the sunset, because that looks really nice. Anyway, so this is what we have finished. Got the roof tacked down. Things looking a whole lot better. And we'll continue on this at another juncture. Another update on our Eggmobile. After a day of school for the children and a day of work for me, we came out about 5 p.m. and worked on the Eggmobile for, what, close to 2 hours. And it's basically done. We just need to make the perches inside for the chickens to roost at night. But we got all of the wire mesh on here. We got our very used hardware on here too. Oh, I love that. That's good stuff. It's free. Anyway, we got it on there. It's functional. It works. And I'm looking very forward to putting some hens in here and seeing how this thing will actually work. Now, we were figuring on a capacity of about 15 hens. So for 60 chickens, we would have 4 of these. And for 75, we'd make 5 of them. We'll see how many of these we actually have to make, and how many chickens want to crowd into one of these in a nighttime. We're going to kind of let them tell us, but we figured on a capacity of 15 with plenty of space. So I'm just hoping that the summer storms don't push this thing over, and that the construction of the 1x2s is enough for the wind, the rain, the chickens, predators, you know, all that good stuff. Man, it is a mess out here. Look at this. You can tell we haven't had a whole lot of time for anything else. Ugh. Makes me tired just looking at it.